For now, though, we're jumping into a solar hardpoint. Bryce, OpTic Gaming find themselves 2-1 in the lead in the series. And I think, to be honest,
I think this is it, right? This is. I don't want to put any team out too early here, but putting the money down, if you had to, you've got to be saying that TCM, they won that first hard point, but you don't expect them to win 2, and you don't expect them to win 2 against this squad. And everywhere else, you know, the last respawn we saw, it wasn't stellar, and already you can see so many of them have gone down.
Good. On your screens, had a sensational, absolutely sensational first half point. Came out just dropping so many numbers. But now we will see if he can continue that. An 0-2 start, not the best. Meanwhile, Scumpy 4-1. Playing very well. Crimp 4-0. Oh! I feel like OpTic have so much momentum instead. Jerd hit him with a hot drop shot right there.
They did. He really hit him hard. Scum, though, coming out, and it's going to be Scum that's going to be trying to shut them down as well as Crimp. And you can see there, 5-1, 5-2. Fierce trying to do the best he can, but look at a Scumpy push and just rip through TCM before they can set anything else up. Starting off 7-2, Crimsic 6-2 himself, 13-4 as a combined KD for those two monsters.
Aches now on your screen, picks up 1, looks for Formal up top, not going to be able to connect, and it's the slow start TCM really couldn't afford. But having said that, Formal's 1 of 5 commas, also 0-3, Bryce. So TCM, yeah, they lost a couple of points there on the first half point, but it is just the first half point. Wow, that pretty much sums it up, Bryce. Yeah, it is Crimsic on your screen.
Crim is now looking for the cuts here, and he sees Jerd just run into his guns like Jerd cannot use the movement to get away. Player Sands and Fears will go down as well. Crimsic's trading efficiently there for his squad. Now Scum's going to be in the hard point holding it here as well, and this is nothing like we saw before, Ben. OpTic Gaming seem to be in control of the tempo of this match.
That's a big thing, which I feel like as casters we don't really talk about too much, is controlling the tempo of a game. And just kind of playing it at the pace you want to play it at, and that's something which OpTic Gaming is so good at. Like, we always talk about, you know, how good their gun skill is and why they don't necessarily always have to rotate for hard points, but that in turn kind of affects the tempo of the game.
Emma Sanders now on board with Crimsic. And he's 14-6 at the moment, Ben.
He's very good at video games, Bryce. I don't really know what else to tell you.
I think Crimbot mode has been activated after that half-point loss. And now Scump's going to go down. Crimsic, though, is going to be hitting the rotation. So let's jump on board with Karma, who will be going into the hill. And down he goes here. This is the opportunity for TCM to pull it back, though. They have a setup. Realistically, they need to push out towards open side. If they can do this and push out through, they might be able to hold it. Not able to do it either. Aches is going to go and try to hit them with a pinch. Jerd's coming in as well, trying to go for the trade. Aches comes in looking for the second player. Bullet's going down, has to hit the reload. Has an ASM1, but his teammates will pick it up.
And, you know, to be completely honest with you, despite Crimsic's dominance early in this game, TCM tie it up 48-48.
I think you got to bear in mind, a lot of those kills were on the first half point, right? And it's so difficult to convert those kills into points when realistically staying in that area is a kill zone, and you know, you got a lot of people just pouring in.
Very true indeed. Jerd tries to bring in the hard point. There's one. Can he find the second? Oh, not going to be able to get it. Ran out of ammo. Need a reload. However, Aches has managed to rotate pretty early. And TCM in a good position now.
TP's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Look at the amount of players coming. Can he manage to hold this one down, though? One goes down already. It's going to be Crimsic's coming, but Fears will hold it down. I actually want to jump on board on his turn, and this is where he should shine. Main battle now for TCM, which is something they've been lacking in previous rosters, you know, the previous roster. Can he manage to do the business for them here? Looking to hold it, trying to put down Formal, not able to outgun Formal long range.
Aches, he's going to die as well there to Crimsic. Jerd is able to pick up 1. Can he find the second? No, he can't, but Aches coming in for support.
Oh my God, Crim. How does he stay alive in that scenario? 3 players against him and Crim's still alive?
Yeah, Aches a little bit overzealous there, trying to make a little bit of a hero play. Could have just tried to play for his life a little bit, but still, the charge coming in now from TCM.
Oh, Jerd
not able to get that kill. TP at 7-13 is on the hard point. 73-68, Bryce. This is a very scrappy game right now, and honestly, it's kind of working.
But right now, I mean, up until this point, they weren't able to get it. I think TCM are refusing to give OpTic Gaming any kind of a setup. And that's maybe why Aches went in for a hero play. Maybe they said, you know what we can't do is we cannot let Crim and Formal set up on this hill. They do, they're going to slay us out.
Very, very good point. And I feel like, you know, playing it a little messy kind of works. If you can catch up.
I've said this in the past. OpTic Gaming do not like it when you play chaotic.
Right.
They really
like
struggle.
Structure, right? They love their structure. You got Crim and Formal. They just love structure on that team. It's what really kind of works. And bear in mind how well Aches knows Crimsic's. You know, one of the biggest dynasties in Call of Duty history. He knows exactly how to counter Crimsic's playstyle, as of course Crim does with Aches. But right now it is pretty much a tied game, 80-18. Now TCM looking to go into the lead. Big win from Jerd. but immediately gets traded. Crimsix now on the hard point. Ace picks up one. Knows Karma's going to be up top. He's going to go for that challenge with the bow. Needs to reload. Luckily, does have a couple of teammates in support, but they're all going to actually fall. And TCM played this one extremely well. They didn't go down so heavily on that first hard point, Bryce. They could have actually a pretty big lead at this point.
They most certainly would, and one of those things, I've got to speak out Jerd here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and say he's got the greatest kills or whatever, but I think one of the things you've got to deal with when you play a player like Jerd is his movement. Yeah. He's so slippery and difficult to get out of it. He's always had great spatial awareness. We've seen it in previous games where, you know, he'll be pushed hard and somehow will slip out.
Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
prime
exactly.
Example of that.
Coming through 3 different windows, he somehow gets all 3 of you, but it's one of those things that you'll see him, even like the mid gunfight ground slam. He tries to bring that in to try to throw you off. Yeah, he's very, very aware of his surroundings. That pretty much sums it up perfectly. As TCM now 109 to 87 in the lead and growing. Crimsix picks up one, looks for the second, not going to be able to find it. And really, for me, this is a waiting game of when Formal's going to turn things around here at 11 and 22. If he can get that shot on Bryce, I'm telling you right now, OpTic Gaming is going to come way back in the second side. I think this is actually the problem we saw earlier on. I mean, TCM refused to play OpTic's game. They're refusing to. OpTic Gaming looked like they had a really strong lead, but they didn't convert it that much into points. TCM not only are just trying to play the objective as much as possible, but are refusing to engage on any of these lines. Karma's 10 and 24. Formal cannot get this battle locked down because they're flying around him in 3 different directions. Working for TCM so far, but can they keep it up? That is the question. With just under 4 minutes still to play, TCM still have the lead, and Karma and Formal just really struggling to get things going. I think you were right with what you said, though. For me, this is actually on Formal's shoulders, and that may sound harsh. I think they need Formal to slow this game down. Yeah. If Formal can slow it down, if he can start playing massively, he's going to force TCM into a different method of playing. Exactly. If TCM slow down, then OpTic Gaming will start decimating them on this map. Jerd, though, wants to continue with the high gaming pace. Just look at this. This is what we're talking about. It's Jerd looking for the third, not going to be able to find it. That's why I said the movement. He went straight into a slide. He wasn't even going to slow down a little bit. Not got no time to slow down, Bryce. 138 to 102. 17 seconds left on this half point. OpTic Gaming fighting for control, and they're finally going to get it. And now TCM left with a pretty tough decision. They're going to have to rotate around the outside. Fizz, really the big play to watch here for TCM in such a vital position. Needs to at least pick up 1, maybe 2 players from OpTic Gaming. Jerd picks up one of his own, though. And this game, back and forth. I think this is going to go all the way down to that final hill. I think it is as well. And this is where TCM really need to start thinking about just consolidating, because they don't want to give this away, right? If they can stay at least ahead on this point, force OpTic Gaming into a late rotate, you know, contest like hell like they did last time, they have a chance, but it's always that thing with OpTic Gaming. It's always that thing with OpTic Gaming. You always feel like they're going to come back. Right. You just can never count them out. Doesn't matter whether they only have 1 second of breathing room, they can still do it. As Crimsix now breaks on the hill. There's one. Looking for the second. Not going to be able to connect it. Scumpy, last man alive. He's going to fall as well. Jerd and TP starting to heat up quite heavily as the objective players. 31 kills for Jerd. We said he needed to have another stellar performance, and guess what? He's giving it as at 31 and 29. So much pressure. Fizz as well, having a great game at 30 and 26. We said they needed to play scrappy. They've kept up the scrappiness. The contention is key here. This is important. Krim, if he wins this gunfight in Jerd, which he will, maybe able to lock down the spawn. He's going to have one more gunfight potentially from TP. Go in. A little unfortunate there from TP. This is the first time we've seen OpTic Gaming win a rotation this hard, and if they can now hold it, it's going to be on this man's shot. He's a late rotator though. Formal's going to be late to the party. He's going to be going against Jerd, and Jerd's going to try and hit him with the movement, not able to either. TP's now going to come in, have managed to get this down here. He has support of his teammates. TCM is slowing down their playstyle, Bryce. They're not challenging. They're not going for those kind of hero plays, which essentially were working for them. They've slowed it down. They're trying to win all their individual gunfights, and it isn't working. OpTic Gaming is coming back into this game. They're about to take the lead. Once again, TP goes down. Karma going big on the half point. He's on a 2-streak. Scumpy was on a 3-streak before he finally fell. 8 needs to get the win on Crimsix, not able to do so. And OpTic is storming away on this half point, Bryce. Now a 10-point lead for them. Jerd able to pick up 1. Looks for the second. Can he connect? No, has to hit the reload. The assist comes in though, and TCM desperately fighting for it. Jerd needs help. Staying alive, refusing to die, eventually will go down here, and it does look like OpTic Gaming, I said, big hill for them. They need to make sure they get the rotation, manage to get it. Big rotate by Crimson. The Scump gives the hand to Aches, and now this is a nightmare for TCM. They probably have thrown it away. Yeah, it all came from that just change of pace right there. It's slowing it down. Maybe that's just a little bit of nerves, a bad shot call, who knows. But TCM, they can still mathematically do this. This game is not over by any means for them, but they're going to have to go so big on this hard point. It's not even funny. Luckily, Fish should be in a position
position to pick up this kill. No, he doesn't get it. Karma picks up the kill, and with 32 seconds left on the clock, OpTic Gaming just need to kill one more wave of players, and that will be that. OpTic Gaming pick up the series versus TCM with a 3-1 victory, but it was by no means easy, Bryce.
Oh, it really wasn't.
And that is a big kind of breath of relief, I guess, if you're a TCM fan, knowing that they can compete against the likes of OpTic Gaming. That was very, very respectable from TCM, considering they got 3-0 by Rise as well.
It looked really good. I mean, for me, things to take away from this hard point, especially in the last hard point, is TCM being probably one of the best performances, rebuffing OpTic Gaming for a long period of time in the hard points. They refused to die, they refused to go down very easily. OpTic Gaming really struggled to break them, and that's something we're not used to seeing. So for me, there's a lot of positive takeaway there. I mean, TP's done a lot of objective work. Jerd, of course, we know he's going to be